Hi everyone, my name is Tamara Russell. I'm the facilitator of the blog Mrs. Russell's Room, first grade, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about my Skill Builder unit that I've designed that goes with my Wonders series. This one is for Unit 4, and we're going to talk a little bit about fluency and skill-based comprehension passages for firsties. In Unit 4 for Wonders, we cover sequencing in about a week. We do 2 weeks of main idea and key details, a week of point of view, and 1 week of connections within the text. For this particular unit, I've really closely aligned the materials. So what I offer you is a teacher page that lists all the standards that are related to the text for the week. I've bolded the reading standards at the bottom, so if you're using this to go with your lesson plans, you'll know exactly what standards tie in. Also, there's a parent page that tells the spelling pattern in the high frequency words. It explains what these terms are in clear language so they understand what, for example, sequencing is. And then for your parents who really want to engage, there are some higher order thinking question stems for them to use with their students while they're independently reading. I've leveled all of the passages because this was really key for me when I was designing this. The Wonders series passages are above grade level, the series that we adopted in our county. And I was not comfortable with giving my students something above grade level to read for independent reading. So I went ahead and wrote these passages and Lexiled them for the time of year that, that they were in. So currently we're anywhere between a 1.6 and a 1.7 for AR, and so most of the passages you see there are within that band. Each week I have 2 different passages, so I can choose whichever one, and you'll see that most of the time the levels are different. And it lists the reading skill. I've correlated them to DRA and Fountas and Pinnell as well. And again, this is for an independent reading assessment. You should be able to hand this to your child and let them just read it and do it independently all by themselves. The comprehensive assessment looks like this. You have a page that's numbered for organization, content standards along the top, multiple choice questions with student-friendly language, illustrations that support the students with their on-grade level text, and extended response questions to integrate their writing skills and deepen the understanding. I only have 7 questions on my assessment, but I make the 7th question worth 2 points, so I can divide by 8 to get my grades. I've also made my assessment into a fluency. So if you wanted to have a diagnostic test where all of your students were on the exact same passage and you wanted to compare them one to another on the exact same passage, you can do that with these pieces as well. So even if you don't use Wonders, this would be a great diagnostic tool and would tie into any of my differentiated fluency. You could adopt it in your own classroom. Again, I have the standards listed at the top, a numbered page for organization. You've got your timing numbers along the side so that you can collect the data more easily. The sight words that go with our series are highlighted in bold for you and underlined. Of course, I've added your text-dependent oral questions and a rubric so that you can note how quickly the students were able to give you the answers to the text-dependent questions. And when you're done with your timing, you'll just want to put the words per minute in the box down here. All right, so this is what it looks like when I use it. Now, remember that Wonders is, it has 5 weeks of content, 1 week of review. So this is really only for the first 5 weeks within that Unit 4. And so what I would do is for my first day of study, I would send this home to my parents. On days 2 through 4 with my lower students, with my RTIs, with my ESE students, I might work on this sequencing sheet that has some of the key words, with the phonetic patterns that we're working on, some of the tricky words from the passage, and also some challenge type words. I would work with them on that days 2 through 4, and of course on day 5 I give the independent comprehension assessment. On days 10 and 20 of my unit of study, that's when I would do as fluency timing. In my opinion, fluency doesn't change that often, so if you weren't doing anything else, I would suggest at least 2 times within the unit to give them a fluency timing. I do a lot of fluency in my classroom, so probably I would only do 1 fluency timing per unit because my students take home fluency every night and I'm timing them and I'm recording that. So you don't want to over assess them, but I added this just for teachers who don't have a fluency system in their classroom. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you guys like what I put together. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it.